Namaste everyone, welcome to Dhamma Yoga Kitchen. My name is Dr. Mishama and today I'm going to teach you how to cook winter melon. This thing. Name is winter melon, but it's actually very good for, it's grown in summer. So it looks like paradoxical, but it's winter melon because it's very good for to cool down the body. So it's cooling in nature from Ayurvedic point of view. If you see the gunas, taste, vipak, ras, prabhav, in terms of the Ayurvedic concept, it's very valuable, it's sweet in nature, it's cooling in nature, it's calming to vata and pitta, and it doesn't aggravate kapha. In fact, if there is any swelling in the body, this is highly suggested. Any kind of swelling in the body, this reduces swelling. It has, and from modern medicine point of view, it is full of electrolytes. It is zinc, potassium, magnesium, antioxidant, flavonoids, polyphenols. And if you see the skin of this winter melon, and we're going to cook the skin as well, has a lot of folate in it, and plus a lot of prebiotic in it. So the gut bacteria loves it. So it's a food of gut bacteria. If you eat this, they will multiply. So apart from many other benefits, it's very cooling. So any kind of heat related, pitta related aggravation you have, or wind related, like vata related, if you have wind, belching, acidity in the body, inflammation in the body. So it's a wonderful food. In India, they call it petha. So they have sweet too with petha. So those who are Indians know it very well. But here in Australia, it's also in abundance. Australia actually has a very rich soil, wonderful climate, and we have different good rain. So we have all the natural elements in abundance here. So a lot of fruits and vegetables. Many people doesn't know how to cook them, or how to cook them properly, because it's also important to cook them properly so you can maintain most of the nutrients in the vegetable, and so that it can benefit your body in a more appropriate manner. So without delaying it further, so let's start cooking it. Winter melon, calm down vata, pitta and kapha. Alright, so now I'll tell you what you need apart from winter melon. So you can cook with minimal thing if you don't have. But today, since we have in Dhamma Yoga Kitchen plenty of other spices and herbs available, so there's no reason why not to use them. So, and they are very easy to get from an Indian shop, so Indian grocery shop. So let me introduce a few things which I'm going to use. Apart from winter melon, I'm going to use this onion. One onion is enough. Tomatoes, you can use 2 tomatoes if you like, slightly a bit sour, which is also good. Tomatoes are very good. They're full of good things which basically help your urinary system and prostate, the bladder. So yeah, so they're wonderful things, elements in it. And then apart from that, we use spearmint, bay leaf, oregano. This is bay leaf, spearmint, oregano, some chilies, and these are curry leaves. And then we come to here on some spices. So I'm going to use some methi, so dry methi, kasuri methi, some turmeric, and some coriander powder, and some salt, of course, and some pepper. And this is bay leaf, which I already put it there. So this is primarily we are going to use. So yes, so let's get into it. All right, so we'll start cutting it first. Very easy to cut. That is soft and supple. You see this. This is like tarbooj in Hindi, Sattvic tarbooj, like white watermelon. So it's a good idea to cut in small pieces. Not very small, but I'll show you. But cutting is also important for a good cooking. So cutting should be homogeneous. Whatever it is you cut, maybe large or small, but it should be the same throughout, so it all cooked very similar. This looks tasty, but it's good to add some spices in it. If you don't use spices, then it may look a bit bland. Some people directly use juice as well, which is also fine for this vegetable. Many vegetables have lectins in them, so they may not be very easy to digest for many people. But this winter melon doesn't have any lectins, so even you can juice them and still good for digestion, cooling, sweet in nature. You know, there are 6 tastes. So the taste is sweet, and there's vipak. Vipak is aftertaste. So once you digest it, what's the taste? That is also sweet in this case. I'll need a bowl to put it down. Very easy to cut. It's not like pumpkin. Those who cut pumpkin, it's very hard skin. So, but this is so easy. You can cut according to your requirement. If you say for instance single and you just want to cook for yourself only, then maybe half of the watermelon should be enough. And then you can refrigerate it for the next day or some other day. You can easily refrigerate it for about a week if you pack it well. But we're going to do the whole of it, and we're going to party it with our friends. See how effortlessly it can be cut down. As I said, just remember, you want more homogeneous pieces. It decides the taste of the vegetable and also the homogeneity of the cooking as well. So in the Kitchen, our plan is to introduce you to more and more interesting foods and how to cook them. Tell you about their nature, their gunas, their rasas, their vipak, their benefits from Ayurvedic point of view as well as from modern medicine point of view. So as I described winter melon, there's a lot of folate in it. There's a lot of zinc in it, many electrolytes in it, and vitamin C, full of vitamin C. And many other antioxidants and prebiotic fiber. So there are so many goodies in this vegetable. It's coming straight from the farm, which is even better. So we are almost done on the cooking, on the cutting part of winter melon. Then we need some cutting on the onion as well as tomatoes. And also please write down in comment section that if there is any particular vegetable or any other food you want us to add in our menu, so which we can demonstrate how to cook. If there is a vegetable which you like, you don't know how to cook, then write down in comment section. Then we'll definitely try to add into our next video. Alright, so winter melon is done. Now I'll cut onions and tomatoes. Okay, so we're going to add a few more things. Of course, we need oil, which we didn't mention before. So, what is olive oil? And cinnamon, dalchini, we call it. So, this is cinnamon. Mustard seed, cumin seed, cloves. Cinnamon, mustard seed, cumin seeds, clove, and oil. And that's all we're going to use today. Alright, so let's get into it. Switch on the gas. Flame is on. Put some olive oil. So enough to cover the whole base of your utensil. Olive oil is extremely good for health. Even though olive oil on heat, when you heat it up, it changes its nature, but still it's still not harmful. It's still beneficial. But you can also use like rice bran oil, mustard oil, for instance. Mustard oil also goes well with this one. Or some avocado oil. So they have a very high smoke points, so they can take the heat very well. Alright, so I'll start with mustard seed. A sprinkle on it. Just 1/4 of a teaspoon for this much vegetable, and then the same amount of cumin seeds. You can use teaspoon, 1/4. I like to use my hands. Yeah, so when mustard seeds start heating up, you can feel them. They start popping up. Then you use this Finish it, not before. And then you add immediately a few cloves. And this is the time when you add kasturi methi. And this is the time when you add bay leaves. And this is the time after adding bay leaves, you straight away take this onion with it. And scrambling everything together. And now you can use those cut chilies, green chilies we had. Cinnamon. We'll keep this curry leaves and cumin leaves and oregano for slightly later stage. So you don't want to burn it. So just this, if you see, they start turning a bit of golden color. Can you see in the camera? So they just start turning slightly golden. So this is the time when you can start putting tomatoes in there. You can also use ginger and garlic. So I'm out of stock with ginger and garlic. So what I will do is I'll use the paste. This is homemade paste. I made it on my own, but very easy to make. Maybe I'll make a video on how to make garlic and ginger paste at home, and you can save it for easily for more than a week. So cooking becomes quicker. So now we'll start adding these spices in our spice box. I'll add some turmeric. And with turmeric, always add pepper because turmeric is otherwise dry in nature. So pepper is acrid in nature, so it moves the stuff. So otherwise turmeric is ruksh, dry. So pepper increases the absorption of turmeric in the body. So the ratio should be about 1/3 pepper or 1/4 of the pepper for turmeric. And these other spices, coriander powder, of course salt as per your taste. So for this vegetable it should be less than a teaspoon, 1 teaspoon of salt. 1 teaspoon is about 5 grams. So you're looking for about 4 grams. Good, everything is done. It's coming closer. So you can see now I'm scrambling everything together and it's not touching to the base, can you see? So don't overcook it. It starts becoming a bit of golden color. That's what you are aiming for. So tomato, as I was saying before, are very, very useful. They are actually in fruit category. So for urinary issue, for bladder issues, they're wonderful. Good amount of antioxidants that helps in killing any free radicals roaming around in that area. So but cooked tomatoes is much better than the fresh tomatoes, uncooked tomatoes, because absorption is much better. It's more bioavailable. Good. So now we're ready. So now we'll start putting our vegetables in it. Now the challenge is how you're going to fit this amount in this, and you'll see it will happen. Because this is very watery in nature, and we have to use some water as well. So I'll warm some water. I'll start adding some water in there. Mix in, add more. And let's see if we can fit the entire watermelon, so the big winter melon. I keep saying watermelon. So this winter melon into this small cooker, pressure cooker. I'm going to use pressure cooker. You can use in any normal utensil. This is very easy to cook. Pressure cooker make it much faster. And for Indian cooking, pressure cooker is actually quite good. Once you pressure cook, you actually cook them well, so there's no living lectins in the body, in the food, which can trouble your digestion. So I have to add some water in it. Mix in some hot water. So this will get soft very quickly, and once it's soft, it decreases in amount, the volume, space it takes. Just wait a little while so it goes down, and then I'll add more. As I said before, mention in the comment what are the vegetables you'd like us to make video on. Mention about your favorite vegetables or any vegetables you don't know how to cook. We may be able to help you. Yes, this cooker is a bit small. if you have a slightly bigger cooker, I think this is about 2.5 liter. If you have a 4-liter cooker, it all can fit in. But I'm sure you can fit in actually in this one if you want to cook everything together. Otherwise, you can just cook this much. You can just put the lid on and and enjoy. Because I don't want to add too much water in it. So and add only a little bit of water, because this vegetable releases a lot of water. So don't add too much water because it's not required. If you add too much water, then add more salt, otherwise your salt ratio will not be appropriate. I think maybe we'll cook that much today, and I'll put the lid on. So once it's cooked, this, can you see it's full, but it will come to half of the cooker. It will just take that much volume because it reduces volume, it becomes water and less in volume. So just put the lid on. And waiting for whistle. You need just to whistle and it's ready. So once they get cooked a bit, then you can use these leaves to get the maximum value out of these leaves. Mint, oregano, and then you can mix them up slightly. And just close the lid. Wait for about 5 to 10 minutes. Should be ready. Whistles are good enough for it. So after 2 whistles, you just close down the gas, the stove, and let it simmer a bit in that pressure, because if you can't open it up straight away. So just let it rest, let it simmer a bit. It will help to cook it even better. So and after 5 minutes we'll open it up and yes, see how we go. Alright, so now let's see, after 5 minutes we're opening it up and that's what we got. So we can mix them together. Can you see? Did I tell you? It releases a lot of water. See? It's almost double the water which we put it in. So it's very soupy. I put slightly more water because I thought I would cook more vegetable. But if you see, because of water, it's coming up. Otherwise, it actually is half of the cooker. If you see only the vegetable, but this, since there's a lot of water, so it's have more volume. So this is your ash gourd or winter melon vegetable, properly cooked. You can see all these leaves, curry leaves, spearmint leaves, oregano visible in it. So very healing, very nutritious, calming vata and pitta. Try it out. So here is our final product. You can enjoy it with bread, and it looks delicious. Crunchy bread with soft vegetable, nutritious vegetable. Thank you.